Pisces, y'all just had to jump the gun. Me next, me next, me next. I was supposed to be going in a different order. So I guess I'll be doing Taurus tomorrow. Listen. Healing, 66. Compassion, 69. Spirituality, 77. And you have new beginnings, just like Scorpio did. And I'm also seeing some other alignments with Scorpio in these cards. A couple that did show up for them has emerged for you. Now, this here is, you're all over the place, okay? We have the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, Magician's Reverse, Four of Wands, the Fool, Nine of Pentacles sideways on top of this Three of Pentacles, Seven of Wands reversed, Five of Wands reversed, and he purposely came out right here. Ace of Swords, the Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, Lovers. All right, okay. Temperance, Three of Wands, Lovers, Six of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Two of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Seven of Swords. I'll get to this up here because even though this is work related, this is physical related, your spirituality and your energy is related to your emotional plane here. Whomever you want to be in the sheets with like this, 69 style, you want to have a new beginning with this person. There is somebody that just does it like no other. And I don't think things ended on bad terms. I just don't think that they began, to be honest. This is the reality and this is the desire. It's like how do you go from here to here? How? It's almost a question. There is a sense of boredom with what one already has because I don't think that it was. And here again, we have the 6 and 6 with the 66. You kind of want to bring this thing back together. It's like, but I don't think you are on speaking terms or not. There was a bunch of cards that did fly out and I put them back in the deck and the Emperor was on the bottom. So I reshuffled and that's when the Four of Wands and the Fool came out and the Ace of Swords came out, but the Emperor ended up back on the bottom. All those cards that flew out over this reading that I put back in the deck were all Swords cards. It was like Five of Swords, Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. So just think very logically because I think that's what cuts through the bullshit. You want to feel all of this. It's like you're feeling this, but this is kind of what has you holding on to the idea of reconciling with someone because we do have Temperance here. And this is like a recombining type of energy to try to get it right, try to get the mixture right. But there was something about it that was off, and it could have been somebody giving into temptation or so. Devil itself has an energy of 6, but she's eating the fruit, I just don't see that it was in your best interest to do that, or not in their best interest to do that. And it was, once they got what they thought they wanted, that's no longer what they desired. Their thoughts are elsewhere. Okay, so these numbers up here, it's these doubles. So it's really bringing me to, like, if I look at this, I'm gonna see that 717 energy again, which Scorpio just had. And then the 6 and 9 is very sexual to me, very reciprocal to me, but also is bringing up the sign of Cancer. When you flip those numbers sideways, it is their symbol. So, okay, cool. But why? Like, because here's the Lovers again. And under that is the 9 of Cups. Let me show you what I'm looking at. Lovers, Ace of Pentacles. Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, Lovers. Oh, shit. Nine of Cups. Okay. Here, what I'm seeing is you could be in a collaborative effort with another person and you're thinking about if you should just go solo. You could have two people working with you, or you're working in a supervisory position, or even being surveyed for it. And or you could be creating something for someone else and they're looking over it, you could be doing it by somebody else's standards because that's the way the company wants it done. But it's almost as if you have the potential to do it on your own. It seems like a lot of work, and this is why you may not have put much effort into it before. But the truth is, it's not that difficult. You won't have as much challenge as you think you may have. There won't be as much, chit chat and opposition as you assume it's going to bring. Okay. The Four of Wands and the Fool is here for you, though. It's like, if you want it, you can have it. But you have to be honest. You have to be honest and state it. You have to say it out loud. That's what makes it real. Not just having the magician here. That's kind of creating this unnecessary shit in the first place. Because you're feeling like you have to manipulate events or manipulate feelings or manipulate the way you work in order to make people uncomfortable enough to change around you. And it's subtle. It's very subtle, but it takes too much work. So cut it out, preserve your energy. You don't have to always be on guard, and put on this type of effort to change subtly, make change, and have people change around you. You can just say what the hell you mean and mean what the hell you say. And that could lead you right into the Nine of Pentacles Emperor from the Fool position. Okay, and this may mean that you may have to uproot, and you may have to change something. Something is about to take off with all of these numbers being aligned like this. Something is about to take off, and it could put you in a position to inspire healing, to bring out your compassion, to amplify your spirituality, all with the words you say. So you won't need to manipulate any of the other energies. This is the one that you're being asked to use the most, because that's what's bringing in the healing, the voice, the truth, the honesty. These are aligned with crown chakra, but the new beginning comes in the root. So your new beginning is here twice, and you have an Ace of Cups here. That is another beginning, and you have the ability to do all of this. You're in another realm of existence when it comes to the signs that be. You are the closest to the other side. You are on the other side of the veil. It's almost as if when you're asleep, you're actually awake, and when you're awake, you're actually asleep. Is why a lot of Pisces that I tend to know do, if they don't drink, because not a lot of them drink, a lot more of them smoke, that I personally know. They like to live in that other realm. They can see better. It seems like anyone else, it'd be a little murkiness, a little confusion, but it is somewhere where they can see very clearly and they can dwell. So being sober may be like a fish trying to see out of a fish lens, and it doesn't equate the same as everybody else's point of view. Also, the voice, the way that we communicate. Pisces communicates in a whole different fashion. So instead of trying to use this element to influence the will of others, to bend around what you're doing, just use a different element. And it cuts through all of that. There won't be any more burden and fight and trying to resist change, and you won't have to do that anymore. It takes too much work to try to manifest in a way that someone else needs you to, in a way that someone else has predetermined for you, because you're supposed to do it your way. And once you get that strength, once you understand that power, you'll be able to do that, and it will affect your emotional and your spiritual. Well, your spiritual is trickling down. These are the actions that you take on the physical realm, and this will affect your emotional standing, whether you're coupled or single. So it all depends on if you're allowing it to take shape and help transition everything that's being changed. Change can be uncomfortable, but you're a mutable sign. You got to get with it, baby. But if you have a fixed sign in your personal planets, it may be a little more difficult because it just may not be your style to change and change your approach or anything like that. But this is where you have to let the Pisces part of you take the reins and adapt and bend. You can transition, you can transfer your water energy to another element. Like, there's a way for you to use these other elements that are at your disposal. Gemini is coming up here twice. That would be your air mutable cousin or whatnot. That is the way that they communicate, the way that they network, the way that they speak. Or even try Virgo, because they're very analytical. They're your opposites, but also they have a strong vocal communicative presence, very strong mind and swords energy. You're going to have to use that Six of Pentacles. You're going to have to use another element you naturally have access to in order to make the change that you need to make. If that's letting someone know, like clearly telling them, this does not work. And the more you try to force me to make this work, the harder it becomes unnecessarily. I don't have to work this hard because this is so simple. When you first entered a situation or first went to go work for that employer or first entered into a contract or lived with the person or whatever that may be, it was cool. But now it just takes too much work and too much effort to keep this thing going the way that it has been, to the point where you'd much rather just do it on your own. And there may have been fears about doing it on your own that have kept you from doing it on your own. But now you don't need all this struggle. You don't want to fight anymore. You don't want to argue. You don't want to have to defend yourself. It takes too much work. So I'm just going to tell you, and whoever to whom it may concern, what the truth is, that I can do it on my own. Bullshit. The Emperor, Ace of Pentacles, Lovers, Nine of Cups. Okay, so Pisces is not that extensive. I mean, it's just saying that you have to open your mouth and not come strictly from a place of emotion, not strictly come from a place that's heartless or pretending to be heartless, but or mincing words to try to beat around the bush a little bit and hope they get the point. No, you have to be very direct. This is getting more and more difficult because I've been having to defend myself and feeling like everything I do, you're in competition with, or everything's a conflict. It's just getting too hard to come here and to perform and to make something out of nothing with what I'm being given, which isn't much help. It's putting more burden, more strain, and it's going to affect my work. I need a position or something where I can work by myself because I work better alone, or I get more effective results when I'm by myself, or the house is cleaner when I do it. But I would like to have help, but I don't need the lip. I don't need the talk. I don't need any of this extra stuff because it makes things harder. It makes them more difficult. So this is the way it's going to be. This is the way I need it to be. And that way it can be a well-oiled machine. If you don't take charge and you don't stand up and speak your mind and speak your truth, Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, new beginnings, nothing will change. It will just still be very hard, still be very difficult. Instead of allowing people to do what they want to do, which may be the bare minimum, and you still hold the brunt of the work and all the things don't get done, you say, you know what? I'm only going to do this, and this, the rest of this is your responsibility. I'm not doing anything else, but I need this, 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 and this done. And this Three of Pentacles turns into you giving them a list of things that need to be done outside of the things that you take care of personally. Because you have to do it a new way. The Fool, they're not even expecting it. It's a new beginning. One that you make happen the way that you need it to. Following someone else's program, you feel like you're not being heard, you're not being seen, you're not getting the cooperation you need. These cards, you know, they're a little more engaged, a little more interactive, except for this one. This is some kind of lackadaisical boredom, apathy. You need somebody who's responsive. So make the balance happen and see where it takes you. I do hope this helped, and I'll be back with another one. Take care.